Welcome back. Well, KRBL reported what was a strong set of earnings in Q2 with a beat on all parameters. The company's revenue was up 25% year-on-year, driven by exports. We have with us Ashish Jain, the CFO of the company, now joining in to discuss their Q2 performance. Mr. Jain, thank you very much for taking the time out. Just wanted to start with talking about the export revenue, which has jumped all the way to close to 600 odd crores versus around 289 crores year-on-year. What led to the growth, and what are you envisaging, say, on a quarterly run rate basis?
No, sure. So our export revenue benefited from restoration of our distribution in Saudi. So, we've appointed a new distributor as of January of this year. The partner there is scaling up. Our brand was already very strong in the Saudi market. So as supply returns to normal, the offtake is increasing. The other thing that we benefited from was growth in supply to the other key markets, which is UAE. So both of these things put together led to strong revenue growth. Now, on the export side, we continue to see build up on these trends. I think, some time back, we used to, our supplies to Saudi Arabia were far larger than what they are now. So we are hoping to get back to normal from a Saudi perspective, and other parts of the world also look very positive. So we have a strong view on exports going forward.
When you say strong, will you be able to continue the 600 crore rupees of quarterly run rate in the second half as well? Last year, you had done 1,500 to 1,600 crore rupees in terms of exports. What will number look like this year?
Yeah, sure. So we are hoping to do better than last year in exports for sure. In terms of quarterly trends, may not be exactly the same. It's difficult to predict. But for the year as a whole, we are hopeful to do far better than last year.
Right. Let's talk about the overall space then. For you, what was the absolute realization this quarter? And, what's the kind of inventory that you're sitting on currently?
Yeah. So, we don't share realization numbers separately, but I can confirm that in Basmati, the realization for the quarter was around 40% higher than the corresponding quarter last year. So as you know, rice prices have been building up. We've seen that trend coming through over the current and the preceding 2 quarters. So that trend is continuing. I think in terms of the total inventory, we are at about 2,800 crores. Now, we are currently in between the buying season where we stock up on paddy for rest of the year. So this number should go up.
Just wanted to understand, from an inventory standpoint itself, from a volume standpoint, what is your inventory? And the realization, if you could give us a rough range, if not the specific number. So to that extent, the street can, extrapolate what's the kind of, monetizable value that you're sitting on currently.
Yeah, I can confirm to you the inventory number. So our total rice inventory at the end of September, about 313,000 tons.
Okay. Mr. Jain, you've also picked up quite a significant amount of cash on books on a year-on-year basis, close to 1,600 crores. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you had mentioned that you would use it for expansion as well as stocking up on paddy. Just tell us what the utilization plans would be.
Sure. So, as we look at the current season, our paddy purchases are likely going to be larger than what it was last year. So we are looking at a total paddy purchase of about 3,000 or slightly upwards of 3,000 crores. So part of the funds that we have will go towards that. In addition to that, we have internal accruals to the tune of roughly 200 crores a month. So 1,600 plus another, 1,000 crores of internal accruals, and rest will meet by borrowing. So in short, current kitty will go towards both inventory as well as some expansion that we're doing. Okay,
inventory and some expansion plans. And last time you had mentioned that around 200 crore rupees, you will be spending that for setting up 3 plants. So what is the, does that get included in the plans that you just mentioned? And what is the update on that?
Sure. Yeah, that's right. So part of this kitty will also go into that expansion. So we are looking at setting up 3 plants. One in Gujarat, the construction is well underway, and we are hoping to go live with that by March 23. The second plant in Karnataka, the land acquisition formalities are underway. The third one, which is in MP, we are prospecting for land. So all these plants are as per schedule that we've announced earlier.
All right, we take that point. Thanks a lot for joining in, giving us all those views. That is the management of KRBL. With that, we'll simply do a short break. On the other side, we'll get you more on the markets and individual stocks.